Welcome to Money Muscle Mindset, the podcast designed to motivate and educate you on your journey to financial and fitness success and to develop the mentality needed to achieve your goals. I'm Zay Molina, and in this episode, we're going to talk about the power of focused effort and what that means. Okay, we're going to dive deeper into, are you actually being productive and doing things that are going to help you achieve your goals, or are you just staying busy, right? Are you doing things that feel like you're being busy, feel like you're doing some work, but in reality, they're not really helping you achieve your success, right? They're not helping you, get closer to your goals, right? So we're going to dive a little deeper into the difference, what's actually going to help us achieve our goals, and how we can be successful. So to first start us off, guys, I want to first talk about a myth that so many people believe, right? Many people believe that because of their genetics or because they weren't born with talent, guys, that they can't find success, guys. And I'm here to tell you that that's just not true, right? There's so many people that believe, well, all of my family for generations have been overweight, so that means I'm just destined to be overweight, right? It's because of my genetics, right? Or people will say, well, no one in my family has ever gone to college or graduated college. No one in my family has ever started a business, so that means I'm not going to start a business, right? And they start to believe that narrative that they put inside their heads that because, of genetics or because of talents or whatever it may be, guys, because I don't have that or wasn't given that, at birth, that means I can't have it, right? That means I'm not going to be successful, right? And I'm here to tell you guys that simply just by putting in effort, by going out and trying to achieve what you want to achieve, guys, finding the confidence, finding the courage to go after your goals, guys, you're going to find success, right? That is the idea, right? It's not based on talent. It's not based on genetics. It's not based on anything that people tell you, right? It's based on what you want to achieve in life and are you going to go after it, right? Are you going to push yourself to achieve your goals? Whatever it is that you want to do. Maybe you want to learn more about financial markets. Maybe you want to get involved in network marketing, or you want to start your own business, or maybe you want to get in the best shape of your life. Maybe you want to, go out there and buy your dream car, your dream house, travel the world, whatever it is that you guys want, determine your why and then go after it, guys. That's simply all it comes down to, right? Putting in the work, putting in the effort to actually achieve your goals, right? Again, there's so many people that think that if I don't have this talent, right, I'm not going to be successful. I wasn't born tall. I wasn't born good looking. I wasn't born rich, right? So if that's the case, then I can't have what I want, right? But that's just not the case, guys. And there's studies that prove this, okay? One of them was actually done by Angela Duckworth, where she actually went and did research on grit, right? Which is basically the courage to go after what you want, right? And through this study, guys, what she found out was that perseverance and passion for what people wanted to achieve actually helped them succeed more than just talent alone, right? Let's take basketball, for example. Let's pretend that you're on a basketball team and you have a teammate that is just absolutely talented. Everyone sees him as, the best player on the team. Everything he does, his jump shot, his defense, everything that he does, it just looks so simple. But for you, it's a little bit harder, right? You're kind of finding struggling when you're dribbling the ball, when you're trying to shoot, all this kind of stuff. You're kind of losing a little bit of confidence, all this stuff just because you see this player makes it look so easy and you just feel that you're not as talented, not as tall, not as whatever, right, as this person, right? So what are you going to do? Are you going to just sit back and say, oh, well, I'm not as talented, so it's not going to happen for me. I'm not going to play as much as him, and I'm not going to be successful, right? Or are you going to say, you know what? I'm not as talented as him right now, but I'm going to put in extra work, right? Instead of just practicing 2 hours a day with my team, maybe before or after practice, I'm putting in an extra hour. Maybe I'm going to the weight room. Maybe I'm, putting in extra effort with another coach, right? Asking for help, getting in the shooting machine, doing whatever I can to actually improve and push myself to be successful, right? Because that talented player, because he's so talented, he may have an ego and say, I don't need to practice, right? Or he's just doing the bare minimum, doing what he needs to do to be able to still play on the team, right? But you're in the background, you're putting in more work, you're putting in more effort, right? You're going to eventually start improving. You're going to start, developing better skills to where eventually you may be able to be as good or if not better than that teammate, right? And that's the idea, guys. Just by having the passion, having the will to say, you know what, I'm going to do whatever it takes to be successful, that is actually led to more people being successful than just talent alone, right? And that's the idea, guys. It really comes down to that quote, hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard, right? That's the idea, guys. I'm a true believer in that. And I hope you guys are as well, that our efforts is what helps us, achieve success. We did an episode on the 2 keys to success, right? What were they? Discipline and consistency, right? By doing something, doing the stuff that we don't want to do, doing the hard things, and doing it over and over again, that's going to help us improve. That's going to help us grow and get better, guys. And it comes down to that with everything we do. Again, maybe you look at your family and most of your family is overweight. They don't work out. They eat like crap, right? All this kind of stuff. But you're saying, I want to be different. I want to be fit. I want to be in shape, right? And maybe for so long you thought, well, it's just in my genetics. All of my family's big, so I'm just destined to be big, right? Why does that have to be the case? Why can't you go out there and put in the work to say, you know what? I'm going to change the narrative, right? I'm going to be different. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to start eating healthy, right? I'm going to start doing what it takes to get in shape and prove that myth is wrong, right? And that's the idea, guys, is again, just believing in yourself, start going after the efforts, right? Maybe no one in your family has ever started their own business or ever, been able to break out of the rat race or anything like that, but you want to be different. You say, hey, I have a passion for designing clothes. I have a passion for, creating my online business and doing e-commerce or whatever it is, guys. Whatever you have a passion for, go after it. Who says that you can't be the next millionaire, the next billionaire, right? Why can't you be the one that breaks your generational curse, right? What is stopping you other than just your efforts, right? Going out there, doing what you can, right? To be successful, right? Think about all these athletes and celebrities where they started with nothing, right? There's a quote out there from Dwayne Johnson saying that at one point he had $7 in his pocket. That's all he had to his name. And he knew that if he didn't start working hard now, he was going to be broke and he's going to be, living on the streets and all this kind of stuff, right? So he worked hard, and look at Dwayne Johnson now, right? One of the biggest actors in the world right now, right? Think about athletes like Steph Curry, for example, right? Steph Curry in high school and in college was actually viewed as an undersized guard, right? No one really gave him a chance other than Dayton, Ohio. That's where he played college basketball. And he just worked on his shot day in and day out, right? Working really hard, putting in that effort. And now we know him as one of the greatest shooters, if not the greatest shooter in NBA history, right? Just phenomenal effort that these people had to go out and achieve the success they want. So what's the difference between them and you, right? It's not where they were born. It's not, what they came from. It simply comes down to the effort, right? Putting in the time, putting in the effort to achieve the success that you want to achieve. And it's not just about the effort when people are watching, right? Let's go back to that basketball example, right? If you're on the basketball team, it's not just about what you do in practice in front of the coaches, right? It's about what you do behind the scenes, right? Maybe no one's watching. Maybe the gym is empty and you're in there putting up extra free throws, extra 3-pointers, working on your dribbles, working on your defense, whatever it may be, right? What are you doing when no one's watching, right? There's a great quote that says, you have to work hard in the dark to shine in the light. Right. I absolutely love that quote. Right. And it comes down to true. Right. What are you doing when no one's watching? Right. What are you doing to help you achieve success? Again, behind the scenes, no one's seeing this. No one's watching your efforts. Right. You can do anything that you want. Are you doing the things that are going to help you achieve your goals in the long run? Because that's what matters, guys. And yes, we've talked about it several times. We definitely want to take rest. We definitely want to still enjoy life, do the fun things, right? But we still want to give time and actual honest effort to whatever it is that we want to achieve. That's what's going to help us succeed in life. Let's take another NBA legend, Kobe Bryant, right? Kobe Bryant used to wake up at 4 a.m. and start his training day where he'd be working out, whether it's in the weight room or in the gym, right? Before practice that he had, right? So he'd be working out, doing a whole session, maybe 2 sessions before anybody else showed up for practice, right? He just had that crazy work ethic. And we know Kobe Bryant is, again, one of the legends in the NBA history, right? So when we look at people like this, guys, of course, we see the results, we see the success, right? But we don't understand it. I don't think we fully appreciate what is going on behind the scenes, right? When we look at people and we look at them, again, celebrities, athletes, entrepreneurs, billionaires, all these things, all we see is the success, right? But what we don't see, guys, is what it took to get up to that success, right? What did they do when no one was watching? What did they do before anyone knew their name, right? That is the idea. And that same thing happens to all of us, right? We're all human. We all have 24 hours in a day. What are we doing? How many hours are we putting into our business? How many hours are we putting into, achieving our success? Again, we want rest. Yes, we want to take time to be able to enjoy life and do the things that we love. But we also have to find that fine line of where we have to be willing to sacrifice some things, right? Maybe sometimes after a long day of work, you feel like you just want to come home, take a nap, right? But you realize, hey, you know what? I'm trying to start this business. I need to give it at least 2 hours before I go to bed early, right? So you come in, as soon as you get home, you get to work 2 hours, putting, actual good effort towards that business. And then you can go and do whatever else you need for the day, right? Or whatever it may be, right? Anything to that degree, guys, we want to put in honest effort. And again, guys, it comes down to consistency. How often are you putting in that honest effort? How often are you actually going in and working on your business, working on your goals, right? We want to do it time and time again to actually improve and get better and to be able to, find success. So I want to ask you guys, are you only putting in work when people are watching? Or are you actually, behind the scenes when no one is there, putting in work, putting in dedicated effort to actually achieving success? And only you can answer that honestly, right? It's up to you guys to put in that effort to help you, want to achieve, want to find that passion for whatever it is that you want to achieve in life. And when it comes to us putting in that effort when no one is watching, what are we actually doing, right? Because so many people believe that, just because, maybe I'm scrolling through emails or I'm doing something that I feel busy means I'm actually being productive. And it's not necessarily the case, guys. We want to do activities that are going to be moving the needle, right? We want to do something that's actually going to push us forward and get better, right? For example, again, let's go back to that basketball example, right? If you're on the basketball team, right? Are you actually trying to get better? Are you pushing yourself hard, doing some dribble drills, or are you just going through the motions, right? Because if you're just going through the motions, you're not actually going to be getting better. You're just kind of wasting time, feeling busy, feeling like you're doing something right, but you're not actually being productive and pushing yourself to get better, to be better than that talented player, right? So our goal is to actually push ourselves, right? If you're doing dribble moves, right, or you're trying to run back and forth down the court, right, are you actually pushing yourself? Are you sprinting as fast as you can, right? Are you dribbling the ball as fast as you can, making mistakes, losing the ball, starting over, right? Are you actually, doing something that's going to help you improve over time? Same thing when it comes to your business. Are you just scrolling through emails? Are you just playing with the design colors on your website, right? Or are you actually doing something like, hey, how can I market this better, right? Maybe I need to create new emails to actually send out rather than just scroll through emails, right? Or scroll on Instagram, all this kind of stuff, right? What am I actually doing that's going to help my business, right? Maybe I'm studying a video I found on YouTube that's going to help me market this a little bit better, right? And I'm taking notes. I'm writing this down. I'm starting to apply it to my business, right? How can I, make a new product that I can sell, right? Am I doing something that's actually going to help me, grow in this business? Or again, in your fitness routine, right? If you're at the gym, are you sitting there, working hard and actually putting in effort to, finish your workout, get in the sets, get in the reps that you need to actually build muscle? Or are you doing one set, sitting there, scrolling on TikTok, scrolling on Instagram, taking pictures, right? Taking 5-10 minutes in between sets, letting the tension on your muscles completely die off before you do another set, spending hours at the gym, right? Because it's not based on the actual time that you're doing something. It's based on the effort that you do within the amount of time, right? Again, what does that mean? Instead of sitting there for 3 hours at the gym trying to do, just a basic workout, maybe you go in with a plan, you put your phone in your pocket, you obviously maybe have music on, but you don't use your phone during rest. Maybe you're sitting there and you're trying to get your workout done effectively and efficiently so you can get out of there and go then work on your business or whatever it is, right? But you're doing stuff that are efficient and effective rather than just busy work, right? That is the idea, guys. We want to do needle moving activities. In one of our previous episodes, I mentioned the Pareto principle, right? Which basically states that 80% of your results come from 20% of your focused efforts, right? So what does that mean? Well, guys, you could be working on all this stuff again, maybe making emails or posts or all this kind of stuff, right? But the moving needle activities, that 20% of the stuff that's actually going to help you grow your business, sending cold DMs, calling people, starting to make sales and all this kind of stuff, that is actually going to be the 20% of your business that is going to produce 80% of your results. That's what's going to bring in income, right? Those bigger activities, the things that actually need to get done, that's what's going to result in you actually getting customers and you actually growing your business versus just the little things like maybe editing your logo, editing the colors on your website, making a new little page or whatever it may be, guys. Those little things, yes, they may be cool and they may be, exciting for your website, but are they actually going to bring in new customers and all this kind of stuff? If they're not, that stuff can kind of wait, right? Let's focus on the stuff that needs to be done first, and then we can start adding that stuff later on. So a good tip, guys, is before you start working for the day, make a to-do list. Write down everything that you need to get done, and then start numbering the priorities, right? Okay, what is an absolute priority that's going to help me, grow my business? It will help me achieve my goals, right? And you're going to go in, you're going to number them 1 through 5, 1 through 10, how many you have, right? And you're only going to focus on number 1 first. Start working on that, get that done, and then you can move on to number 2, then number 3, right? And by getting done the activities that are top priority on your list, guys, that's going to help you achieve success better and faster, right? Because you're actually getting done the things that need to get done rather than just saying, oh, well, I'll get this done because it's easy right now, right? You want to do the stuff that's actually going to help you achieve success in the long run. So with that being said, that's what I got for you guys on today's episode. Again, the power of focused effort, doing the things that we need to get done, doing it with actual true intention, true passion to help us achieve success in the long run. Okay. Just to recap a few things that we talked about, guys. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. Again, it's not about being talented or gifted or genetics or anything like that, right? It's about putting in the effort to achieve what you want to achieve. We also talked about that you have to work hard in the dark to shine in the light, right? You got to be willing to put in effort when no one is watching. What are you doing behind the scenes that's going to help you find success? And last but not least, guys, asking the question, are you just being busy or are you actually being productive? Are you doing things that actually need to get done, or are you just kind of wasting time doing busy work just because that's easy right now, right? Remember, we want to do needle moving activities that are going to help us find success in our goals, in our business, in our fitness routine, whatever it is, guys. We want to do those first to be able to achieve long-term success. So once again, that is what I got for you guys today. I appreciate every single one of you guys watching, and I'm going to leave you guys as I always do. Remember, success isn't just about the money you make or the muscles you build. It's also about the mindset you develop along the way. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode of Money Muscle Mindset.